Life is a journey full of highs and lows, where we constantly wrestle with our inner strengths and weaknesses. While everyone strives to live with purpose and resilience, certain habits can hold us back from reaching our true potential. Today we'll explore 8 habits that weaken us and learn how to break free from them using the wisdom of Stoicism. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy founded by Zeno of Citium in the 3rd century BC, offers timeless insights for navigating modern life's complexities. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, develop virtues like wisdom, courage, and self-discipline, and face life's inevitable challenges with grace and resilience. As we examine these 8 habits, remember that self-awareness is the first step toward transformation. By recognizing these habits, we can begin to replace them with Stoic principles, empowering ourselves to live with strength, purpose, and peace. Habit 1. Procrastination. Epictetus once said, "The key is to keep company only with those who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best procrastination. The act of delaying tasks weakens our resolve and steals precious time. It arises from anxiety about the future or discomfort in the present. The Stoic remedy is found in carpe diem, seizing the day. Focus on the present moment and take control of what's in front of you. By setting small, manageable goals and consistently working toward them, you build the strength to overcome procrastination and embrace growth." Habit 2. Negative self-talk. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that our inner dialogue shapes how we see the world. Negative self-talk erodes confidence and weakens us by reinforcing doubt. Stoicism teaches us to observe our thoughts without judgment and replace negativity with rationality. Challenge self-criticism with logic and self-compassion, treating yourself as you would a friend in need. As you shift from negativity to a balanced mindset, you'll find the resilience and strength needed to thrive. Habit 3. Avoiding challenges. "If you want to improve, be willing to let others think you are foolish," said Epictetus. Avoiding challenges keeps you in your comfort zone, stunting growth. Stoics believe that facing discomfort leads to growth, as true strength comes from enduring difficulties. Avoiding challenges leads to stagnation, but by stepping outside your comfort zone, you develop virtues like courage and perseverance. Failures along the way become learning experiences, allowing you to grow stronger and wiser. Facing life with a Stoic mindset helps us transform weaknesses into opportunities for self-mastery. With each habit we break, we move closer to a life filled with resilience, purpose, and inner peace. By actively seeking out challenges and embracing discomfort, we cultivate personal control and fortitude. Through these experiences, we learn to rely on our internal values and inner strength instead of external circumstances. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control: our thoughts, actions, and reactions to the difficulties we face. This approach makes us less dependent on external factors for happiness and fulfillment. Applying Stoic principles to life can have a profound effect. It helps us navigate life with purpose and patience. We become more capable of handling adversity, failures, and unexpected events. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by challenges, we start viewing them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. To adopt this Stoic mindset, it's essential to be open-minded and willing to challenge our current beliefs and habits. By recognizing our tendency to avoid discomfort and embracing Stoicism's focus on facing challenges head-on, we build a resilient mindset rooted in personal growth. Embrace discomfort, take on challenges, and embark on a journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. Habit 4. Indulging in excessive materialism. A common habit that weakens us is the excessive attachment to material possessions. In Stoic philosophy, the emphasis lies in valuing ethics and inner virtues over external objects. When we become overly attached to material wealth, we lose sight of what truly matters and risk missing the path to lasting contentment. In today's consumer-driven society, it's easy to fall into the trap of materialism. Many people believe that accumulating more possessions will bring them happiness and fulfillment. But Stoicism reminds us that external things are fleeting and beyond our control. When we depend on them for happiness, we set ourselves up for disappointment and frustration. Relying too much on material wealth makes us vulnerable to dissatisfaction because our desires for more are never fully satisfied. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, emphasized distinguishing between needs and desires. Excessive materialism arises from an unending desire for more, mistakenly believing that possession brings lasting contentment. To overcome this, we must practice contentment and appreciate what we already have. Stoicism urges us to focus on developing virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and compassion that bring lasting fulfillment. By shifting our focus to inner virtues rather than material possessions, we find deeper purpose and satisfaction. Moreover, excessive materialism often leads to insecurity and anxiety. We may worry about losing what we have or compare ourselves to others who possess more, creating a cycle of fear and envy. Stoicism advises practicing detachment. This doesn't mean abandoning material goods, but rather maintaining a healthy relationship with them. Material possessions are tools to enhance our lives, not sources of happiness or validation. Gratitude helps us reduce attachment to material things. By appreciating what we have and focusing on what truly matters, we cultivate contentment. Simplifying our lives through minimalism can also free us from distractions and allow us to align our actions with Stoic values. By detaching from materialism, we can redirect our focus to meaningful relationships, developing virtues, and contributing to society. This mindset shift allows us to find authentic satisfaction and live by Stoic principles. In short, excessive attachment to material wealth weakens our ability to practice Stoicism. It steers us away from inner virtues and lasting contentment. Recognizing the transient nature of external things and practicing detachment frees us from the cycle of desire, enabling us to focus on living virtuously and meaningfully. Habit 5. Seeking external validation. Constantly seeking external validation undermines Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us to focus on internal virtues rather than relying on others for approval. When we seek validation from others, we become dependent on their opinions, weakening our self-reliance. In today's digital age, social media has made seeking external approval all too common. People often measure their self-worth based on likes, comments, and followers. This endless need for external validation results in fragile self-esteem that relies on others' approval. Stoicism reminds us that true contentment comes from within. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus emphasize the importance of cultivating inner virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. These qualities are entirely within our control and do not depend on external approval. When we focus on internal virtues, we regain power over our lives and develop resilience in the face of changing opinions. Seeking constant validation gives away our power. We become susceptible to the fluctuating views of others, and our happiness becomes tethered to their acceptance. This makes it hard to find inner peace and long-lasting fulfillment. Instead of seeking approval, we should evaluate our actions based on their alignment with Stoic values. True satisfaction comes from knowing we are living according to our principles, regardless of others' opinions. For example, Imagine you've written a blog post you're proud of, investing a lot of effort into its creation. Instead of assessing its worth based on the joy and fulfillment the process brought you, you check the number of likes and comments, hoping for external validation. By doing so, you place your self-worth in the hands of others. Stoicism teaches that our value comes from within, and by focusing on internal growth and virtues, we can liberate ourselves from the need for constant approval. By shifting our focus to internal validation and Stoic principles, we can foster a deeper sense of fulfillment and independence from external praise or criticism. When feedback doesn't meet your expectations, it can lead to disappointment and cause you to question the value of your work. Relying on external validation undermines your confidence and diminishes the intrinsic worth of your efforts. How can we break this habit and reinforce our Stoic practice? First, it's crucial to understand that seeking external approval is fleeting and often beyond our control. People's opinions are ever-changing, and chasing their approval is an endless endeavor. Instead, focus on developing inner virtues and aligning your actions with Stoic principles. Cultivate self-awareness and self-acceptance by paying attention to your thoughts and emotions when you seek validation. Ask yourself why you need it and whether it aligns with your values and goals. Remember, your worth is not defined by others' opinions, but by your character and actions. Build confidence in your ability to make decisions independently. Base your self-worth on your adherence to Stoic virtues rather than external validation. Concentrate on personal growth and progress rather than comparing yourself to others. Recognize that happiness and contentment are internal and not dependent on outside forces. Surround yourself with people who support and encourage your development instead of those who criticize or make you feel insecure. Seek feedback from trusted individuals who genuinely care about your well-being, but remember that their opinions do not determine your value. In summary, constantly seeking external approval weakens your practice of Stoicism. By recognizing the futility of relying on others' opinions, you can focus on cultivating inner virtues and finding happiness from within. Practice self-awareness, build a supportive community, and strengthen your Stoic mindset for a more ethical and fulfilling life. Habit number 6. Struggling to cope with negative emotions. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of reason and avoiding the domination of emotions over our actions. When we succumb to negative emotions like anger, envy, or fear, we lose our ability to maintain composure and act virtuously. Let's explore how giving in to these emotions can affect our Stoic practice and overall well-being. Negative emotions have the power to overwhelm reason and cloud our judgment. Anger often leads to impulsive actions we later regret, while envy fosters bitterness and resentment that harm our relationships. Fear can paralyze us, keeping us from taking necessary risks or confronting challenges. These emotions not only affect our ability to make sound decisions, but they also impede our growth in virtues like patience, kindness, and self-control. In Stoic philosophy, emotions are considered impressions arising from our evaluations of the world. Stoics believe we can control these evaluations and, consequently, our emotional responses. Through mindfulness and self-awareness, we can examine and challenge the thoughts that lead to negative emotions, replacing them with reasoned and ethical evaluations. A key concept in Stoicism is apatheia, often misunderstood as detachment from emotions. However, it's not about suppressing or rejecting emotions, but developing emotional resilience and maintaining inner peace when faced with adversity. Stoics understand that negative emotions are a natural part of life, but they encourage us to respond with reason, wisdom, and self-control rather than letting these emotions rule us. How can we overcome the tendency to give in to negative emotions and strengthen our Stoic practice? Here are some strategies. 1. Cultivate mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, we become more attuned to our emotions as they arise. This awareness allows us to observe our thoughts and feelings without being swept away by them. It gives us a chance to pause and choose a more rational response instead of reacting impulsively. 2. Challenge your evaluations. When negative emotions surface, take a moment to reflect on the underlying judgments that triggered them. Are these judgments based on reality, or are they distorted by biases or irrational beliefs? By challenging and reframing these evaluations, you can shift your perspective and reduce the intensity of your emotions. 3. Engage in self-reflection. Make it a habit to regularly reflect on your thoughts, actions, and their outcomes. Recognize patterns that trigger your negative emotions and explore alternative reactions. Self-reflection helps you identify areas for growth and enhances your ability to manage emotions effectively. 4. Seek virtue over revenge. When anger or resentment arises, remind yourself of the Stoic principle of focusing on virtue, not revenge or hostility. Think about the long-term impact of acting on negative emotions and aim to respond with kindness, understanding, and forgiveness. 5. Embrace serenity. Stoicism teaches us to accept what we cannot control and to focus on what is within our power. Cultivate a calm mindset by recognizing that external events and others' actions are beyond your control. Letting go of the need to control everything fosters inner peace and reduces the influence of negative emotions. By consistently applying these strategies, you can weaken the habit of giving in to negative emotions and strengthen your Stoic practice. It's important to recognize that this takes time and effort. There may be setbacks, but each failure is an opportunity for growth. Commit to self-awareness and perseverance on your journey to a more virtuous and fulfilling life. Habit number 7. Dwelling on past mistakes. Dwelling on past mistakes can undermine your Stoic practice. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present, accept what has happened, and learn from our mistakes rather than endlessly dwelling on them. However, many of us get stuck in cycles of regret, guilt, and self-blame, which hold us back from moving forward and growing. When we repeatedly revisit past mistakes, we reinforce negative emotions and create a sense of stagnation. This not only prevents us from finding peace and contentment, but also hinders our ability to enjoy the present and make positive changes. One of the central principles of Stoicism is understanding that we cannot change the past. As Epictetus said, what really frightens and dismays us is not external events themselves, but the way in which we think about them. This highlights the role of our thoughts and perceptions in shaping our experience. By focusing on past mistakes, we let ourselves be overwhelmed by negative thoughts, leading to unnecessary suffering. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to accept our past actions and their consequences, take responsibility for them, and focus on what we can do now to improve. To break free from this habit, practice self-compassion and forgiveness. Remember, making mistakes is part of being human and a necessary part of learning and growth. Rather than criticizing yourself for past actions, cultivate self-acceptance and understanding. Changing your perspective on mistakes can help you see them as opportunities for personal development rather than as setbacks. Instead of viewing mistakes as failures, we can see them as valuable lessons that drive our personal growth. Every mistake offers a chance to improve and learn, and by adopting this mindset, we can free ourselves from the weight of past errors and focus on the present. One effective way to break the habit of dwelling on past mistakes is through mindfulness. Mindfulness involves directing our attention to the present moment without judgment. By focusing on the here and now, we can escape the cycle of regret and fully engage with the present experience. Developing a habit of gratitude is also a powerful tool for shifting focus away from past mistakes. By being grateful for the present and the lessons learned from the past, we foster a positive mindset and a sense of fulfillment. Overcoming the habit of dwelling on past mistakes requires conscious effort and dedication to Stoic principles. It's essential to remember that we have control over how we respond to our past, and holding on to mistakes only blocks us from leading a virtuous, meaningful life. Letting go of the past, practicing self-compassion, mindfulness, and gratitude allows us to loosen the grip of regret and cultivate a Stoic perspective. We can grow from our mistakes, mature as individuals, and channel our energy into the present moment, focusing on what truly matters, the pursuit of virtue. Strive to free yourself from the chains of regret and embrace Stoic teachings to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Habit number 8. Ignoring the well-being of others. In Stoic philosophy, the concept of cosmopolitanism emphasizes that we are all part of a larger human community, and we should care about the well-being of everyone. Neglecting others' needs and suffering weakens our sense of empathy and moral virtue, hindering the development of ethical qualities. Stoicism teaches us to live in harmony with nature and cultivate virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. One of the key virtues in Stoicism is benevolence, goodwill toward others. Ignoring the welfare of others violates this principle and disconnects us from our fellow human beings. When we become indifferent to others' struggles and suffering, we lose an opportunity to practice empathy and compassion, which are essential for developing moral character. Stoicism reminds us that all individuals are deserving of respect and consideration. Recognizing our interconnectedness helps foster empathy and encourages us to act in ways that promote the well-being of others. When we ignore the welfare of others, we also miss the personal benefits that come from acts of kindness. Studies show that helping others not only benefits the recipient but also brings a sense of purpose, satisfaction, and connection to the giver. By prioritizing the well-being of others, we cultivate a sense of harmony and fulfillment. In contrast, ignoring others reinforces a self-centered mindset, which hinders personal growth. Stoic philosophy teaches that true happiness comes from living a virtuous life, guided by reason and ethics. When we ignore others, we stray from this path and become trapped by selfishness. To overcome this habit and deepen our practice of Stoicism, we must nurture empathy and goodwill toward others. This can be achieved by learning about others' experiences and practicing acts of kindness. By embracing benevolence, we not only strengthen our Stoic practice but also contribute to a more compassionate and harmonious world. By becoming agents of positive change, we not only promote the well-being of others but also foster a deeper sense of community. In conclusion, neglecting the welfare of others weakens our practice of Stoic philosophy. When we recognize the value of empathy and goodwill, we can actively work to overcome this habit and develop a stronger concern for humanity as a whole. In doing so, we not only enhance our own character, but also contribute to building a more ethical and compassionate society. Throughout our exploration of the 8 habits that weaken us, we've uncovered the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy and its power to help us overcome these destructive tendencies. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, nurture our virtues, and face life's challenges with courage and patience. It guides us to find contentment in the present moment, release the need for external validation and material possessions, and grow from the past without being held captive by regret. As you embark on your journey to transform weakness into strength, remember that true change takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself and consistently apply Stoic principles to your everyday life. With dedication and persistence, you can break free from these habits and live a life filled with purpose, resilience, and peace. Embrace the lessons of Stoic philosophy. Seek acceptance from within. Replace complaints with gratitude. Prioritize virtue over material wealth. Face your challenges head-on and release the past. By doing so, you will begin a transformative journey towards strength, wisdom, and lasting happiness. The path is yours, and the destination is within reach. Seize the present and start your transformation through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Thank you for watching this video. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found the content valuable, give it a like and share it with others who might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights. We look forward to continuing this journey of learning and growth with you.